Hi, everyone. I'm Alison Sweeney, and I am thrilled to be here today to talk about The Wedding Veil Expectations, starring Lacey Chabert, who plays Avery, Kevin McGarry, or Avery's husband, Peter. Karen Kruper is joining us today, which I'm so excited about. She's Peter's mom, Grace, and Autumn Reeser, who plays Emma, and me, I play Tracy. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
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 Being here.
All right. So, it's happening. We're reuniting. We're together again. We got the band back together. It's so awesome. And we're so excited to have some follow-up trilogy to The Wedding Veil, part of New Year, New Movies. And I was sent some questions from Hallmark Channel. And so we're going to talk about the first movie in this all new crossover event, The Wedding Veil Expectations. You guys ready?
So ready.
Ready. Okay. So we're going to start. Avery, Emma, and Tracy have all witnessed, Tracy not so much, she's not sure yet, but witnessed the power of the veil, and they got married. Yep. So I'm going to start with you, Lacey. Can you just help us know where we're picking up at The Wedding Veil Expectations?
Well, my favorite thing about this movie and why I was so excited that Hallmark let us make 3 more of these movies. So thank you guys for tuning in. You're the reason that we had the chance to do this. But my favorite thing about this one is, and the 2 that follow is, typically when these movies end with the kiss or the couple getting married, everyone always goes, but what now? I want to see what happens in their lives when in the relationship while they're in love. And so we finally get to do that. Avery and Peter are dreaming of starting a family. They've also purchased a house and they're doing a ton of renovations, and that causes a lot of stress on them in different ways. And things are happening at work, and we really see like where they are in their marriage and in life, and not only the romantic relationship, but with the 3 friends and the friendships, we really get to see them have deeper conversations and, who they are to each other and how they show up to each other for each other now that they're married, and asking really big questions within, their relationships and how they always guide each other. And it's just a really, I think it's like a beautiful slice of life.
Kevin, there were a few moments there. You actually came to my wedding, which was very exciting, but we haven't seen Peter in a while. So where does Peter pick up in this movie?
Knee deep in a house that is falling apart. More in love with Avery, I think. And just kind of piggyback on what Lacey said, we're seeing them kind of deal with the stress of life and have each other to lean on and help through. So, Peter is he's now like teaching art in various locations, I guess, but with schools and pushing for art programs. He's also dealing with his mother. Maybe dating again, which is not high on his list of things he likes. And him and Avery are, building a house together and painting the walls.
You set that up for me perfectly. Karen, you want to tell us a little bit about where Grace is in life right now and give us a little background to your character?
That was just such a beautiful segue, Kevin.
You're welcome. They tell me what to say over here. Okay.
Oh, really good. I got nothing on mine. I was so delighted to be brought back into this because, first of all, the first time around, I don't think I got nearly enough of Lacey and Kevin or Avery and Peter. And I just love the relationship that Grace and Peter had in the first show. Just that little bit of chemistry that we had. And I was just, always, what a mother does with her son, hopes for the best. And then, of course, he meets and falls in love with Avery. And for me, the gift in this, the new veil coming up, is that I get a chance to show my affection for Avery and sort of get in a little closer because she's the girl I never had. She's the daughter I never had. And I really hope that comes through because it was such a treat. It was such a nice piece of my character that I really wanted to evolve through that little story.
Yes, I was happy that we got to do so many scenes together and really our characters be involved in each other's lives because you really play a pivotal role in some things that happen.
Yeah. Oh, it was so great. Just actually being on set at the same time as you were because I mean, you pass each other, on a shuttle or,
True.
I mostly acted with a tennis ball every time Karen and I had a scene together. She refused to work with me, but I think we pulled it off. I know we were both playing the tennis ball.
Well, Kevin, if people knew what it was like to work with you, they would also.
What are you talking about?
Make you act with a tennis ball. I'm joking.
I thought it was a height. I thought it was a height-related comment because Kevin's so much taller than everyone else in the movie.
That's an optical illusion. Lacey's actually tall in real life.
No, I'm totally, to clarify, I was totally making a joke. You are the most fun to work with, and it was a blast to reunite for this. But yeah, the height difference is a challenge. I mean, we should talk about that for a second. I wear like 6-inch heels, and I also have to stand on multiple apple boxes.
And they cut the floor out for me that I stepped down. Actually, we did a lot of like spread, like wide leg.
Yeah.
So I kind of brought myself down a little bit.
I don't know. Little stretching.
I don't know how many wide shots they use for like when we're dancing, because it is jarring. It's.
I'm only 5'2", so you know.
And I'm 7'5", so it does. You see it.
Okay. So I think we're going to move on here, people. Fans are going to love getting to see Avery, Emma, and Tracy spending more time together. But how do you think that they continue to support each other in the new chapters of their lives? I mean, I think we start with Avery's story here, but we jump in as their best friends to get involved, of course.
Yeah, I mean, my friendships in life have been essential to my well-being, and particularly when you get into relationships. Relationships have ups and downs, and you have to have people that you trust who know you deeply, that you can go to hold you as you navigate that. And that's what these girls have together. And I feel so lucky that I have friendships like this in my life to draw on. And
and I think one of the things fans really relate to, right? Don't you find that people write this all the time and say, oh, I have friends like that, or I'm this person in my friendship group, you know, everyone has one they relate to in this group.
Totally. Yeah. And so those are some of my favorite scenes in all of the movies, you know, when you guys, or, you know, whoever it is, the friends drop everything to be there for them in their time of need. And I love how, like, it's a lot of words don't need to be said. It's just one of them picking up the phone going, okay, we got to go. She needs us, whoever that means. And it's like they're just forever connected and involved in each other's decisions and there to support each other no matter what. And it's really, like you said, Allie, like so many women have reached out on social media saying, oh, I'm the Tracy of the relationship, or I'm the Avery, or the, you know, the Emma. And it's like, or I watch the movies with my two best friends.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, I think it's so special and relatable, and we've had so much fun filming these movies.
I'm so sorry my Wi-Fi cut out, everybody. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm back.
All right.
Some changes and I'm back. And now I want to talk about Avery's belief in true love and the power of the veil, which of course is unwavering. But she wants to help share its story along with the portrait of the bride to a larger audience with an exhibit at the museum. And her new boss does not seem to agree with her plan. So tell us a little bit about what she's planning for the veil.
Well, obviously, Avery is incredibly passionate about the veil because she genuinely believes it. I think she wants to believe it, but it's beyond that. Like, she really does. She's seen it work in all of our lives. Avery's the eternal optimist and such a romantic at heart and just wants it all to be real and true and really lives in that. So the portrait of a bride where, you know, Peter proposed to her and many other people perhaps are going to get engaged in front of. Do you not remember that's where you proposed?
No, I know, but the way you structured that sentence, you said the way he proposed and also to many other people. I thought you knew like a backstory.
No, where? Sorry.
I didn't know. I see.
Sorry.
Where
he proposed. You better not have proposed to many other people.
Maybe you read like a first draft that I didn't read. Okay.
But the portrait of a bride is it's being threatened that it's going to be taken out of the museum, which is just a heartbreak for Avery. And, you know, it all goes back to her belief in, you know, the veil, and the veil is in the portrait. The actual veil is the one that they have. And so she's on a mission to save it. And
all right. Okay. So Peter and Avery have also, you mentioned this earlier, Kevin, taken on quite a project, having done a home renovation myself. I know this is a huge undertaking. Did they know what they were getting themselves into with this like dream home design project?
I think they knew that it was going to be work, but their handyman Sam just kind of keeps loading new information on them and gets incrementally worse as the movie kind of goes along, up to a breaking point, kind of in the middle of the movie, just when Avery's got some like news to tell Peter that they kind of clash a little bit, cause a bit of drama, is what we say in the biz, and it works out. I think it was nicely structured, but yes, it gets worse and worse as it moves along. They eventually, things come together, and the house is still standing at the end of the movie. Oh, can I say that? Does that give anything away?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
The house doesn't burn down.
Yeah, but
it could be haunted. It could be haunted. We don't know.
But I like what you said, because it kind of does become its own little character in the movie, and it ends up serving as a great catalyst for, like you said, they're about to have this, fight, and really the stress starts to get to them, and it leads to this moment which Avery is dreaming of telling this beautiful news in the most perfect way, and it ends up being so perfectly imperfect, and much like the rest of the movie.
Speaking of being perfect, though, Peter brings Avery roses every morning in this movie, which I love.
Well, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. When it ends, there's no rush.
I'm not sure couples at home are going to watch this and be like, oh, my partner does that too every day. So but was it fun playing them as a married couple? Because as you pointed out, Lacey, we never get to do that. Usually the movie ends with the kiss and the happily ever after. And so to sort of actually play a married couple, I don't know. I was a little... it was unexpected for me to tackle in our movie. So I wondered how you felt, both of you, let's say. How did Lacey start? Yeah,
it was actually the first time I've ever done it in a Hallmark movie. I mean, Brendan and I have done all of my Heart movies, but the last film was us. So you've seen us in a relationship, but the last film was us getting married. So I've never done one beyond that. So that was really fun, and also just felt so different. I'm used to playing the character that is falling in love, and like to play a character that's already in love and falling deeper in love, and then facing the challenges that come with marriage and a life and a relationship together. It was really fun to play and really different. And I think it was really well written, because we see that they still make each other laugh so much. And, the little spark and magic that was there in the first movie is definitely here, just in a different way. There's no meet cute. There's no... the rhythm of the story is a bit different than a lot of the other movies that we do, but it's different in a really fresh and new way, I think. So I hope the audience is excited to go on that part of the ride with us.
Yeah, I think honestly, like you said, I think so many of these movies are, two people meeting each other, and are they or not? Are they going to kiss at the end, or get together at the end, or whatever? And now we did that movie, and now it's in a way, this to me is kind of the most intimate Hallmark movie I've ever done, in a way that, like, you've got two people figuring out life together, leaning on each other. Like, they've already fallen in love, they've already got married, and now this is like the stuff that they're best friends in this one, and that's kind of as well as the other friends you've got with the whole wedding veil and everything.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess that's also part of the story. Again, I don't know. I was never invited to the parties, but on this one, on Peter and Avery, they're best friends, kind of trying to figure out life together, and it was just such a departure from the traditional Hallmark movies that we've seen for so many years. It was really fun to explore and play with Lacey.
Autumn, how was that for you?
Yeah, similar. It was a different experience to get to explore, because exactly what you said. Usually it's like that heart opening, oh my gosh, I'm falling in love, and now I'm in love. And it's different. I mean, marriage it's something that's incorporated into your everyday. So getting to play that, the beauty was that we'd done a whole other movie with our partner, so you already had an established foundation to work from.
Yes.
Sometimes you come in and you have to build you have to build
the first time.
Yes, you have to build a marriage with somebody who literally that's the first day that you're meeting them ever in other projects. So it's nice that we had months of a foundation to already build on. That was really beautiful, I thought.
That's really fun. Yeah. Grace still has so much love for Peter's dad, Daniel, and wonders how a new relationship would impact Peter. So my question is to you, Karen, how does she learn to open her heart to Clark? That's a beautiful story too.
Oh, I was so thrilled that Hallmark was progressive enough and forward thinking enough to implement a possible relationship with somebody in this demographic. I just think that was inspired. And the readership that these movies get all the time. I mean, I know from people contacting me saying, why doesn't the mom fall in love? Or where's the dad? Or where does the mom live? Or, stuff like that. There's so many of those questions that get answered in this veil in number 4. And I couldn't be more thrilled to be kind of the ambassador for this moving forward. And like you said, Kev, there's so many little intricacies in this. So it was so great actually being able to lead the charge or carry the torch into one of these little subplots that was happening throughout this whole film. And that it was so touching for it to be someone out of Grace's past that nobody knew anything about. We got to see Kevin potentially get riled up about that. And Avery taking sides or not taking sides. I mean, she was pulled between, Peter and me.
And don't you think that's the story that women will relate to so much?
So part of your question disappeared. Alex.
Wi-Fi. We're having Wi-Fi problems.
Yeah. Were you saying part of our readership will identify with this? Absolutely. I don't know. Put your hand up if that's what you meant. I mean, I
blink once
forward and go, oh my God, this is great, because there's that broad band of America that's being played to all the time. And all of a sudden now we wonder who else has lives other than these fantastic, everybody aspires to be in a relationship with their friends like these 3 women. But now what happens outside of that, it even makes their lives fuller, even from some of the comments that are made later on in the movie about Grace and this potential relationship. I don't know. I thought it was very clever. It was very clever. I loved it.
And can I just say too, a lot of people have asked me, okay, well, the 3 of you got married. Like, how is this still about a wedding veil? And I love the way that the Legend of the Veil continues, and, it shines its magic on you and your life in a really beautiful way that creates a lot of interesting questions for your son, for your daughter-in-law. And you do it so beautifully. It was so nice to watch you work and have this close relationship with you in this one, because you're just a beautiful person. So I was thrilled when I read the first draft of the script.
Oh my gosh, and one of my favorite scenes is the one obviously in the furniture store when we have a few little flips and I just love that. I mean, not only for our characters, but just to spend that much time with you in a scene that was so developmental for my back half of the film. I loved it. It was great, and the actual relationship and its ups and downs throughout our little subplot too. That was good.
And we have to give credit to Lacey. She's the executive producer on this project. She brought this all together. Lacey, thank you for making this happen. But what made you want to tell more stories, and how excited were you to bring this around again?
Oh my gosh, I'll try to keep it short because I could talk about this for a long time. But, it was a long time dream to do a movie with, other women from the network, particularly you guys. So I was thrilled that you both said yes. And that Hallmark allowed us to do this because it was a little out of the box and something different. And the biggest thing was that you guys tuned in. I mean, thank you to our fans for showing up for us and for tuning in. And because you did, Hallmark was like, okay, so let's do it again. I remember, I picked up the phone after the movies aired and I was like, is there any world in which we can do this again? Because we have ideas, and here we are. And so it's been an absolute blessing. But, I think someone asked me the other day in a press interview, like, would you do more? And I was like, oh my gosh, we already have ideas. We totally do more. I don't know if we'll be allowed to, but again, it's not just the beautiful romantic relationships, which I really enjoyed, carving out with the writers and the producers, but it's the friendship. And that goes on forever, and how these women are there for each other in different parts of their lives. And now that maybe they have some families and growing families, and, things are evolving and changing, but they never change. And I think there's so many more areas we could tap into. So we'll see.
That exactly takes me to the next question, Autumn. Any teasers for what we're going to see with your movie next week?
I think Emma is at a crossroads in her life. She's done a lot of her life with very clear direction. But then her move to Italy and her relationship with Paolo was such a surprise for her, and getting married, it's really was not on her, it was not part of her 5-year plan. And she has not updated her 5-year plan since she got married. So, which is probably something someone should do when they make that big of a life shift. So it will be her grappling with what she wants for her future now that her past is different than she thought it would be.
I'm the Emma of the group. That's who I identify. I feel like I'm the
Are
Emma.
you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm the
Karen, which are you? Who are you in the group?
I don't know. I was just going to do that same thing. I don't know. I think I'm the Lacey, or I'm the Avery.
Avery.
I
I got a bit of Tracy in me though too. I'm like a little wild, but I feel like I'm
Wild? Wait a second.
Yeah, Tracy's the wild one. Tracy's the crazy one.
They can all be tricks. But I want everybody to get together, but I also want to dive deeper into the next thing that's going on. You know what I mean? Like in each of your lives.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do. That's why, Lacey, I agree with you. I think there's more. People want to attach themselves to something like that they can identify with. It's happening in real life.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. And these movies do raise a lot of questions that are very, very, very relatable. I mean, marriage is beautiful and wonderful and magical, but it's also challenging. And, you know, they do find themselves at crossroads that they need each other's help and support. And I think that our writers did a wonderful job of bringing that to light.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap up this live chat with a fun game of this or that, inspired by the Wedding Veil expectations and New Year, new movies. Pick like best, Lacey, classic or modern art?
I'm going to go with classic.
Kevin.
Good. Yes. Oh, out of those two? I don't know. Modern. You know? I like to just mix
You
things
like
up.
to answer and then what was something different? Autumn?
Both. I picked both.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
I say classic art. Karen.
Classic.
Classic. All the
Neither.
way. We win. We're right.
Majority.
Lacey, you're going first again. Breakfast in bed or brunch out on the town?
I like breakfast in bed followed by brunch out on the town.
I like that compromise. Kevin.
Because I'm the Tracy of the group, I'm going with brunch. I like a champagne brunch because I feel
Ooh.
yeah.
You're winning me over. I'll go with champagne brunch too. Autumn?
Yeah, brunch. Yeah, brunch out.
Karen.
I'll see and raise you. Brunch out with champagne in New York.
Oh.
Boom. That's so sold for all of us. Okay, this references my favorite scene in the entire movie you're going to see on Saturday night. Pineapples on pizza, yes or no? This is a one-word answer. Lacey.
No.
Kevin.
Yes, like of course.
Autumn.
Sure.
No. Karen.
No.
Yeah.
But to my
Why?
credit, I ate about 3 whole pizzas with pineapple on it. So
You get it.
I would like to try
Like in
I'd like-
preparation for the movie?
during
This morning.
Is that part of your process for the movie?
That was her research.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
I had 3 pizzas. Wow, good for you.
Roses or daisies, Lacey?
daisies.
Kevin.
Well, because it's got to be roses. I wake her up with a rose every morning for
Ever.
42 years after we're married. Yeah,
Autumn.
roses.
Both.
I'm with Autumn both.
Yeah, both.
Karen.
Pale pink roses, baby.
Oh,
Ooh, and the color. She knows what she wants.
Explore a museum or a garden?
I'm gonna go.
Work.
I'm gonna go with. I like both, but I'm gonna go with garden.
Kevin.
Museum about gardens. Oh, took everybody for a bit of a whirlwind there.
Makes
Yeah.
on a loop.
Autumn.
It's like a weather-dependent question.
Yeah.
Right?
Good point.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. There's my answer.
Great answer. Great answer.
Worst at this game.
It depends.
Museum. Karen.
That's funny. Autumn, you haven't given me yes or no yet.
No, I
Yeah,
can't.
not yet. No.
I'm literally
Something
the worst at this game.
Oh, museum. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Karen and I are going to be friends for life. At brunch, you'll find us at brunch and then go. Okay. Indoor or outdoor wedding? This is also weather dependent.
Thank you.
I have to steal Autumn's answer for this. I have to say both. I had an indoor wedding, but I've been to so many beautiful outdoor weddings. I just love weddings. So just all weddings. All the weddings.
Kevin, are you going to give us a decided?
I'll go outdoor. I'll give you a strong one. Outdoor, I think.
Strong outdoor. Autumn.
Yeah, strong outdoor.
Dependent. Where am I inside? Where am I outside? What time of year is it?
It must be so difficult to find a restaurant with you, Autumn.
It's actually the easiest because I'm like, that'll do. Sounds good.
I don't know. You're like,
that sounds great.
Maybe I could.
No, Autumn. We're digging into this a little with you. Okay, so the weather is perfect for whatever outdoor scenario you could possibly want. Because I do secretly think you want it to be outdoor. So, like, paint the picture for us of the perfect outdoor.
Do I picture my wedding, or am I just generally saying what?
Of course, it's your wedding.
Weddings in general. Whose wedding is it? How do I know?
Yours.
Mine outdoors.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're not specific enough. That's why this is so hard. It's too general.
She feels like we're closer to it for all eternity.
Yeah, no one's holding you to this. This is just. Move on. All right. So, do people here set New Year's resolutions? Yes or no?
No, I used to, and then I would let them go in like the first 4 days, and I'd feel guilty, and I realized I don't want to set any resolutions.
Yeah, right. It's just bound to disappoint you. Yeah. Kevin.
That's where I am right now. I haven't stopped, but I'm at the setting them, and then like in 4 days you break them. So.
Oh yeah, so you still go.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm still going for
it.
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. Karen.
I'm going to take my pink roses and walk through the museum on the way to brunch while I think about not making a resolution.
Oh, tied it all together.
Perfect.
Okay, now this is a great way to wind this up. How do you spend it? Are you a New Year's Eve kind of person or a New Year's Day kind of person?
I mean, I love a fun New Year's Eve party, but now that, I'm a mom to a 6-year-old, our New Year's have often turned into just being at home, cooking, having some friends over, friends for Julia to play with. And I actually, in full disclosure, I don't think I've made it to midnight in like 5 years. So.
Wow.
That's true.
I know, I feel like just a party, don't I?
Yes.
I gotta go New Year's Eve. Because I'm the Tracy.
Do you party? Are you out every midnight? You are toasting someone on New Year's Eve. You're living it up. You're out till 2. Love it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Wow.
Autumn.
Seriously, I'm the worst.
It depends.
Neither and both. Like
where I am in the world.
I like all of it. It's fine.
Oh man.
Sorry.
How do you get through your day?
I think we need to move on.
Okay, yeah. I'm definitely a New Year's Day person. I love the Rose Parade. I love the lazy morning. And I'm definitely not someone who looks forward to being up at midnight for any reason. So that's a little insight. I love to play my kids, but they're like 17 and 13. So I really have no excuse. It's just that I don't like to be up night. Karen?
I'm with you on the whole morning, first day of the year thing. I love that. I love getting out and either, putting my feet in the ocean or getting up into the hills or just, I want to see the first day of the year with clear eyes and full hearts. And I get very excited about that. But if it is a New Year's Eve question, I want a dinner party. I want 8 people at the table, great food, and that's it. I don't want to be standing on my feet in shoes that hurt and, waiting till midnight. I want everybody to eat.
Shouting at people that you can't hear you. Yeah, I'm with you. I love it. That sounds amazing. And we'll be there next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We can't wait for you to watch the premiere of the first movie in the Wedding Veil second trilogy. Tune in for the Wedding Veil Expectations part of New Year, New Movies on Saturday, January 7th at 8/7 Central, only on Hallmark Channel. And be sure to tweet along with us. We're all going to be tweeting, right? Using the hashtag The Wedding Veil.
Great.
I hope you guys love it. Thank you. Thank you for all the support, and let us know what you think.
I know you will love it. I'm so excited.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.